Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, back with more Kamihime project. Now, I'm trying to actually show off this video just to explain a few things. It seems a lot of people don't know how to use some of the stuff we got in from the last Union event, which was the Pride Demon, I do believe. And we got two special things that came with it. The SSR weapon, which happens to be the gives you weapon skill Pride, and then the Lilim summon, which has a special effect where she increases your attack power based on how many elements you have in your party. Now, that said, I'm going to end up doing this, so it's going to end up being a little bit awkward. It's going to be in separate parts, so it's going to be different types of recordings. But anyway, let's get started. Now, with this first part right here, I'm showing off my weapon right here. It's not that high in skill level, but it's enough to show this off. But anyways, now, as you can see, I'm going to end up having Gaia as the target right here. But she's going to end up being the biggest test dummy for this since she can draw attacks. But as you can see, she only did about maybe 5,600. And keep in mind, the damage you can do can vary a slight bit, but it depends. But the more you get hit, the higher the your attack power will rise with the Pride effect. Now, if you don't have it that have a skill level, it's very hard to tell. But when you do start raising its level, you can actually see how much damage it's actually doing. So, with all the damage that my team is taking, especially Gaia, since I made her the test dummy target, her average damage should start rising up a bit. Now, right here, I didn't expect this because I got debuffed, so it's a little bit unfortunate, but I'm going to have to speed this up a little bit, so hold on a sec, guys. But anyways, further on to the video. Now, if you notice, I've lost about half my HP. Things start getting really noticeable here, but I still have that attack down debuff. If I'm going to test this properly, I need to have it removed. So I think one more turn should do it. Now, it's removed. And as you can see, her damage is still... It still seems like it's the same, but it really does go up. Like I said, I might need to take a little bit more damage in order to actually do that. And this is an AoE nuke that the boss should give me, so this should actually, well, no, it's not an AoE nuke, it's this buff, but the boss, it's already making some characters hit pretty much noticeably harder. Like, Iblis is already hitting as hard as, well, was hitting as hard as Kuchulain. But, again, we're focused on Gaia, and she should be taking the most damage. Now, moving on a little bit, the thing is that it's kind of tricky, depending on who gets hit or what, but you can get it focused on the one person. Like I say, it really focused on Gaia. Now that she's extremely low, it should be a noticeable difference. Yeah, see, she's hitting as hard as Kuchulain now. And her attack was much lower. But that's the whole point of it. You have to try and get it right. So, again, the lower your HP, the more your attack power rises. That's the whole benefit of that. But anyways, that's all I wanted to show for that part. Now then, onward to the Lilim thing. You can see up here I have a Lilim in the party right here. But I have a full party on my front line. Keep in mind, front line of wing characters. So there's only one element. And they're all doing roughly 8,000 to maybe 9,000 damage. I'd say 8,500 on average. But yeah, they're all pretty much doing 4-digit damage. So that's the damage that's being done while the Lilim skill is not in effect. Keyword is not, because it don't meet the requirements. anyways, moving on to this. Now, I have this party, 3 different elements, darkness, wind, and fire. And as you can see, my wind characters are noticeably hitting 5 digits. That's the whole trick with the Lilim skill. It's useless unless you got a split element party. And that may or may not break your team. So watch your team compilation when you do that. If you're doing it mainly for the damage boost, there's no point. Just get a group of 5. But otherwise, you should be trying to set up good groups that actually heal or buff or whatever, or what you need. But anyways, that's pretty much a quick little summary of how this works. So, again, the Lilim thing is the biggest misconception here, because a lot of people have been putting her up on the front lines with no use of her whatsoever. You need to have 3 different elements on your front line. Keyword, front line, in order to do it. So if you have some setup like, say, Nikkei, Bella Bog, and then you have a wind team, then yeah, that's a good setup right there. Or Soul, Beelzebub, and 3 wind characters. That's actually an excellent setup if you really want to be honest. And then, as again for the pride thing, the lower your HP, the more attack power increase you get. You do get one at full HP, but it's not that noticeable. But when you really start getting low, that's when your attack power starts shooting up. But anyways, that's all I got for now, guys. Take care.